Microexpressions are facial expressions that happen in a fraction of a second. It is the innate result of voluntary and involuntary emotional responses occurring simultaneously and conflicting with each other.
It also occurs when the amygdala responds appropriately to stimuli that the individual is experiencing, and the individual wants to hide these specific emotions. These unintentional emotional leaks reveal a person's true emotions. So there's a leak that needs to be read. Wow.
Well, if you ever heard of Indonesian proverb, sepandai-pandainya tupai melompat, akhirnya jatuh juga. Well, as much or as smart you are hiding things, there's a certain chance that people might find it out, right? So speaking of microexpressions, in our studio, we have an expert of facial microexpressions, gesture, and verbal analysis. Welcome, Handoko. Gani, how are you?
I'm fine, very fine, thank you.
Handoko, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
So, Handoko, talking about microexpressions, can you tell us more about it? Because this is certainly new for us. We know what we call lie detector, just to find out if a person is lying or not. But apparently, microexpression could actually do that too.
Yes, actually, yeah. Talking about expression, basically, we talk about the facial expression. We also have another term like facial recognition, also facial reading, face reading. So, face reading especially is very different with facial expression. Facial reading is actually an art to see a character of people, of person. But facial expression is not like that. Facial expression is basically a science to read the true emotion behind someone's facial expression. So it's totally different. This is maybe one of the homeworks for us to really make it correct. Yeah. So
to introduce more.
To introduce more about these two things. Yeah. The face reading, it's been a long time ago, since maybe in China, and then they try to use face to read people characters, also people future and the past of the person itself. While facial expression is based on the research, and it is said that even though we are coming from different backgrounds, we have the same expression when we feel happy, we feel sad, we feel disgusting, we feel, for example, like feeling sad, angry, fear. Also, when we are surprised with things. All those things basically will show the same facial expression across the country, across the tribes, even across people coming from different age, different countries, and even different language.
How much of percentage is the accuracy?
When we talk about accuracy, there's no such thing to calculate, because it's not like a tool or a machine itself. It's just a practice for us to read directly how the emotion involved in someone's activities, basically, and whether he is telling the truth about what he feels. That is very important. It is said that every day a human will have like thousands of facial expression, actually. Thousands of it.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that if I would have like more than 100, because I kind of like have like just one tone.
We didn't really count on whether we made different expressions every single second. We don't realize
and
it, right?
apparently we did 1,000.
We did thousands. Actually, like a smile itself, it is said that human has 18 types of smiles. So,
what? 18 types of smiles?
Yeah, basically, not all the smiles are happy. Are happiness, not like that. There's
pride.
There's pride. There are also like drooping delight, which is actually drooping delight is not a smile, but actually that is smirk.
That's interesting. So how did you learn to be an expert in microexpression? It's a line of psychology, right?
Yes, actually the founder or the conceptor of this microexpression science is basically one of the top 100 psychology of the in the world, yeah. Based on the Times magazine, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
His name is Paul Ekman, and he conceptualized this science, if I'm not mistaken, around 70s, together with Fresant.
Oh, so it's rather new, yeah?
It's quite new,
It's quite new.
70s.
It's a modern type of thing.
Yeah.
Did you get tired of people telling lies to you and you just decided, no, I'm going to study the microexpressions so I will know?
When I studied it in Manchester, so I went to Manchester basically, and after that I have to take the train, right?
The training.
I forgot the train. What's the name? Basically like MRT in Japan.
Oh, the train.
Yeah, the train.
Okay.
So at that time I used to see all the expression of people because that is what the teacher told us to do.
Yeah.
And we also has that question. Whether we can stop reading other expression, people expression. The teacher said that is quite impossible, actually.
You can't help it.
You cannot help it. So what you can do is you can manage your own reaction. Whenever you find out, oh, this person is telling a lie, so what you do, whether you, let it be, or you just...
So basically you learn a different thing from us here,
Yes.
who did not learn anything about microexpression.
Knowing someone's lying is different from managing the lie itself. That's different, totally different.
That's right. That's sometimes harder.
Yeah, that's much harder.
Now, we were talking about behavioral, like smiles, if people telling lies. Now, apart from examining those kind of things, like behavior profiles, can microexpressions analysis help in, like, let's say, criminal investigations?
Oh, yes, sure. Especially, I myself use it when I do the investigation for corporate purposes. So especially when it happens every time we do the interview. So when we do in the interview, basically we see the reaction of the interviewee, the auditee, for example, like that. And then we see whether he's telling the truth, basically. For example, when he feels anger or he feels fear, whether he's telling the truth that he feels that.
Okay.
Well, one of the examples, probably like when the guy doing fraud, corporate fraud, because he feel that the company treat him unfair. So we can see from his face that he feel that anger towards the
Disappointment.
the subordinate, the superior or the management. So we can see that, Also, when we try to gather more information, whether he working alone or he working with a group, we can see as well. Yeah.
To that extent.
To that extent.
Yeah, to that extent.
That's quite impressive to so you can analyze, the root of the problem, for example, why this guy did a certain action. So, okay, let's jump to the business right now. We want to ask you to read, expression of these people in the following video.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of public figures.
Okay.
Yeah, and
we've heard speculation.
For example, Meghan Markle, when she attended the funeral, everybody was trying to read the face expression and the gesture. I think she feels bullied, she feels under pressure and all that. So we want to know whether those speculations are true.
Yeah, from your
perspective and point of view. So let's see the first video.
Can we have the first video on the screen, please?
Yes, this is a scene where we see Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in the court. And now that they're already...
Okay. Let's focus on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
That's right.
Okay, so that was actually it, the footage. Oh, it seems like they were in a dispute. Yeah, they were about to have an argument in the middle of the court. So,
tell something?
Pak Handoko, what can you tell us about this?
Based on the gesture, because we cannot see the face. So what I saw is Johnny Depp looks like trying to do something like confrontation gesture, while on the other hand, Amber Heard is feeling a bit of fear. Yeah, I think she feels fear. That's why when we saw the gesture, she moved back but a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the officer or the attorney of her tried to calm her down and then bring her somewhere else. While you see, on the other hand, Johnny Depp was facing facing the audience, and then yeah, we can see that he feels anger as well, yeah, basically.
Okay, so did you follow this particular trial?
Oh, I did a lot.
So what can you tell us about this trial?
This trial actually
from Microexpression.
From Microexpression point of view, basically, we saw that many lies shown in the court.
Yes.
And
many lies.
Many lies. All the issues are being opened by both parties. And when I saw particularly like Amber Heard, yeah, I saw some like fear or some basically fear. Yeah? Most faces of her basically are fear, while Johnny Depp basically is more anger or happy to some extent.
People were talking about Amber Heard's expression because it changed very quickly from happy to sad to something else. And people had speculations, and even we were talking about maybe she had a mental disorder or something like that. What can you tell about Amber Heard in particular?
About mental disorder, what I know is there is a result of a psychology test about that, saying that she has one of the disorders. Yeah, but in regards to the emotion, even though someone has that kind of disorder, we really have to evaluate case by case.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially if I'm not mistaken, she has like an emotion exploded. Emotion exploded every time she feels angry or she feels too excited towards some things, and it makes her acting probably hell. Who can tell? It's like abnormal, something like that. So, in regards to microexpression, what we can see is whether it is true feeling of her at that time, whether she feel excited because of the true feeling or because of the impact of that disorder.
Right.
Disorder, we can say disorder issue.
So it's hard to find the genuine.
It's really hard because we have to see it case by case.
Yeah, that's
and that's why this is very important for us not to judge a person.
Yes.
Because we need to see case by case.
Absolutely.
And
we need to dissect even deeper.
Yeah, this is very important to see, to know that even though I lie in particular or one particular issue, it doesn't mean I lie in all particular topics that I do. I talk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important because people tend to judge when you lie to me once, and it means all
the things that
you
just
lie.
All lies.
That's not true.
Yes, yes.
That's not true.
All right.
Okay, Pak Handoko. Now we will move on to this one particular case. Like, it's more like a family dispute. We've been talking about this in the media and how people are trying to throw their judgments on this particular person, let alone the book has just come out. The book of
he really follows her.
I know. Prince Harry just launched the book, and lots of quotes from the books being brought to the public through the social media. Now we have this one picture of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle during the
funeral, after the funeral.
After the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II.
Yes.
So, yeah.
See? There. So in front of them is William and also Kate. They did not hold hands.
Yeah.
And also Meghan and Harry, they held hands, and look at the face expressions.
Yeah, the reason why Harry is not wearing an army uniform or military uniform because he is now no longer the senior member of the royal family. But Pak Handoko, if we look into the expressions of both Harry and Meghan Markle, and also their gestures, what can you tell us?
It's a bit we can say a lot of difference between Harry and William.
Okay, so let's do Meghan first.
Meghan first, okay. Meghan, we can say is she doesn't really feel much about sad.
Really? It's not a sadness?
Not based on this photo, yeah. I cannot see that clearly, but unlike what we can see from the eyebrows of Prince William, we can see that's the eyebrow of someone feeling really
Grief.
agony or sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, really feel sad, unlike Prince Harry, actually. Prince Harry, we cannot analyze 100% because his head was
Yeah.
down,
facing down.
facing down. So what we can see is only the part of his eyebrows and the part of his mouth and his lips. Based on that, what can assume is he feels anger and sad at the same time. Anger and sad.
It's more
at
like
the same
anger.
time. Anger and sad, yeah.
At the same time.
At the same time, and it is also amplified by the hand gesture.
Hand gesture.
Yeah, which showing that
We are in this
either,
together?
yeah.
We are in this together?
Are we in the same page or something like that? Or Meghan is trying to how do you call it? To strengthen
The husband.
Yeah, the husbands.
At the same time, she doesn't feel any sadness or grief.
Angry and sad.
No, Meghan.
Meghan.
Yeah.
Based on the expression,
She just feels flat.
Yeah, basically she just maybe she feels not feeling. Maybe she recalls some events in the past. That's why what we can see in her face is like a loading of memory instead of emotion. It's like
It's also a burden for her to attend this particular event, right?
I think
She's
so.
become
With the pressure from the whole nation,
Exactly.
the world.
Yeah.
that is why maybe we can assume that.
That is bigger than the
bigger
passing of
than
the Queen itself.
Yeah, that's why we can see that's a totally different between the two princes.
Yeah, Kate and Meghan.
Yeah.
Well, Kate just stands straight and walking. All right. Wow, it's
getting more interesting.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God. Okay, we're still going to talk about microexpression with our guest here, Pak Handoko, and we will continue after the break. So don't go anywhere because he is going to tell whether we tell lies or truth.
Yeah.